Now, in high definition, from the Lowcountry's news leader, this is Live 5 News.
We begin with breaking news right now in Georgetown, where firefighters are dealing with a massive fire in the historic district downtown.
All right, plenty of cloud cover right now and a few light showers working their way through the Lowcountry. We'll talk more about our rain chances into our overnight. And what about the weekend? Is it going to clear up? We'll let you know in the forecast coming up.
And we'll take you live to Veronica's house on James Island as we await the homecoming of the little girl who has stirred a nation.
Smoke and fire everywhere. Everything was on fire down there. We really couldn't tell what was on fire and what wasn't on fire because it was so bright and so hot.
Live 5 News first to report the major fire this morning in the historic district of Georgetown. 8 buildings destroyed, several others damaged. This after crews from 5 different fire departments were called in to fight the blaze that started about 5:30 this morning on Front Street. That's right along the water and the recently renovated Harbor Walk in Georgetown. We have team coverage in Georgetown this afternoon. First, let's go to Will Whitson from our Myrtle Beach sister station. Will, a news conference wrapped up a short time ago. Do authorities know yet what started that terrible fire?
Well, Bill, there's no clear indication right now what may have started the fire, but as you can see behind me, the worst of it seems to be over, though for these firefighters here on Front Street, their work definitely is not. Most of the flames have been put out now, but Georgetown City Mayor Jack Scoville says that they're now in phase 2, which is simply checking the fire to make sure every hot spot is out. Now, the first call for help came in just a little before 5:30 this morning. The fire was able to quickly start in one of these buildings and spread to the other 7 that were destroyed. Now, these are all historic homes. There's not really any modern safeguards to prevent fires from spreading. Now, there are 10 different firefighting agencies fighting this fire, 125 firefighters total from different county and city agencies on the ground fighting these flames. Now, earlier in a press conference, Georgetown City Fire Chief Joey Tanner, he said that right now it's just too soon to tell what caused the fire, and we may not even be able to find out for several days.
It's just too dangerous to put people in those buildings to do the final investigation. It could be days before we find out anything here. But what we are going to do this afternoon, having a structural engineer here to look at the buildings and see what buildings we can go into.
Now, because of the scope of the fire, it's too soon to tell if it was set intentionally or was an accident. However, there are agents from SLED and the ATF that are on scene to investigate this fire. I'm live in Georgetown. Will Whitson for the Raycom News Network.
Will, thanks. We continue our team coverage now with Mark Davenport. Mark, this is a big loss for the city because this area is such a popular tourist draw.
Hey, Bill, it is very much a tourist attraction here in Georgetown, South Carolina. We're right on the water. This is Front Street, like Will was telling you just a minute ago, and we're here with the mayor of Georgetown. This is Jack Scoville, and Mr. Scoville, obviously you've been out here since this early morning. First of all, just describe what you saw to us and give us an idea of how it obviously felt just watching Front Street go up in flames.
Well, I got down here, I guess, 15, 20 minutes after the fire department did, and the buildings in the middle of the block were fully engaged at that point. Flames were 30 to 50 feet coming out the top. It was, it just looked like the worst possible thing you could imagine, to have a fire of that magnitude right in the middle of this particular block, because these are all party wall type buildings. They're very old. All the wooden structure of the building probably all fat lighter. It goes back to the 1800s, most of these buildings. And, once it got going, it really spread in a hurry.
And this place we were talking about earlier has, really just flourished in the last couple months. You said after the recession kind of came on the downpour. Tell me about a little bit how this was doing so well, and now this looks like this.
Since for about the past year, there's been a slow but steady increase in business, and in particular tourism business here in town. We just had a brand new restaurant open about a month ago that is totally destroyed now. That was doing very well. The two other restaurants in this section were highly thought of, did good business, had a lot of employees. They're totally destroyed. There are 4 or 5 retail shops in this area too that are gone. And this particular block was probably the most iconic of the city. I remember when they did a movie here a few years ago, and the producer said as soon as they saw this part of town, they decided to go ahead and make the movie here because it was just so such an attractive and interesting looking street. So it's devastating to us, and you know, we're going to plug ahead. We're not turning our backs and leaving town. We're going to move forward, and hopefully the property owners will rebuild in a hurry, and we can get back on our feet very quickly.
Well, thank you, Mayor, so much.
Right,
thank you for joining us, and I know you have a long day ahead. You had a long day so far. We're here in Georgetown, where we'll have coverage this afternoon, more on this fire and what it's done here to the face of Georgetown. It will leave a cut to begin with, but Georgetown, like the mayor said, will come back, hopefully even stronger than before. Bill, back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Mark, thanks. You feel for those poor folks in Georgetown. 8 businesses destroyed by this terrible fire. By the way, folks, you can head to live5news.com to follow the latest details coming out of Georgetown. And we received lots of pictures this morning from the scene. We've put together a slideshow of that fire. You really want to look at this. Just head to live5news.com, and then you click on this story, the tragic fire in Georgetown. We're still watching and waiting for Veronica to return to the Lowcountry after a long custody battle. The 4-year-old little girl was handed over to her adoptive parents who live on James Island, Matt and Melanie Capobianco. You're looking live at their home right now, and while we have not yet heard directly from the Capobiancos concerning their reunion with Veronica, their spokesperson says things are going well so far. Jessica Mundy also says this has always been an open adoption, and she believes the Capobiancos will keep it that way. Our Live 5 News team will continue to cover this developing story, of course, throughout the day. We'll have more throughout the afternoon right here on Live 5 News and always on live5news.com. This is new at noon. A bicyclist who crashed into an SUV on Folly Beach last night has died. The Charleston County Sheriff's Office says charges will not be filed against the driver of the SUV because the bicyclist didn't stop at a stop sign and rode into the path of the SUV. That crash happened about 5 p.m. at East 5th Street and East Cooper Avenue yesterday afternoon. Cloudy outside right now, and already some light rain has fallen in the Lowcountry. Brad's in the Storm Center. More rain on the way this afternoon, Brad, do you think?
Yeah, we'll see a few more of these light showers kind of moving on through, but that chance of rain really goes up later on tonight. So that's what we'll be watching for as we continue through our Wednesday. Let's take a live look right now, live Super Doppler Max. And again, most of the rainfall has been offshore, but a few stray showers here moving the way right on through Charleston County. Maybe a quick 2, 3, 4-minute shower, and really that's about it. And they're really not dropping any kind of heavy rainfall. So probably just enough to wet the ground and just enough to make you turn on those windshield wipers. But that'll be the trend here, I think, for the remainder of our Wednesday. And of course, with all the cloud cover, temperatures held way down. We're in the low 70s in Monk's Corner. It's only 70 in Goose Creek, 75 here in town, 75 as well for Ediso. So temperatures are fairly uniform, but with the lack of sunshine, we're going to struggle to get to our high temperature of 80 degrees. So we may have to bump that down a little bit. We'll keep an eye on the temperatures, but expect mostly cloudy skies right on into our rush hour home. Again, a few light showers can't be ruled out, but I think once the sun goes down and we go on through this evening, that chance of rain comes up. So we'll be watching that, but the good news, Bill, what we have today is going to be out of here by tomorrow, and I think you're going to like the 7-day forecast.
Oh, I like that, Brad. Thanks very much. So the weekend looking pretty good at this point, huh? Keep up with the weather online, folks. Our meteorologists post an hour-by-hour forecast on live5news.com. All you have to do is click the Weather tab right there at the top of the homepage. Happening today, there's a new way for folks downtown to get around. Charleston Water Taxi opened a new dock this morning, giving passengers a new pickup and drop-off location. The dock is at Vendue Range and Concord Street downtown in Charleston. Charleston Water Taxi also has docks at the Charleston Maritime Center and Shem Creek. Mayor Joe Riley cut the ribbon at today's opening ceremonies. Coming up, Strom Thurmond's filibuster record looks safe for now, or does it? despite Texas Senator Ted Cruz's all-night arguments against the president's health care law.
You're watching the Lowcountry's news leader, Live 5 News in high definition, sponsored by First Citizens, the bank ranked highest in customer satisfaction by J.D. Power and Associates. Visit First Citizens today.
Next, Queen Latifah. Hostages Dylan McDermott shocks Queen.
Let me just first say that I'm very comfortable with the word.
And Pharrell performs. Next, Queen Latifah.
Today at 3 on Live 5 WCSC.
I went to a department store and made an 8-year mistake.
I went to a furniture store and made an 8-year mistake.
Don't make an 8-year mistake. Come to Mattress Firm, America's #1 mattress retailer, where we guarantee you'll be happy or your money back. Mattress Firm.
Joy Law Firm made sure that every avenue that I needed to take was taken.
Everybody was right there for me anytime I needed something.
I don't have to wait for days to get a response.
The follow-up was incredible.
I never left there with a question.
The Joy Law Firm took care of everything for me, and I never had any worries about anything. All I had to do was focus on getting better, and that meant the world to me.
Saturday, it's Belk's biggest one-day sale. Extra 20% off sale purchases with your Belk Rewards card. Don't miss Night Owl Early Birds Friday 3 to 10, Saturday 9 to 1. 55% off Madison. Buy one, get 2 free men's pants. And an extra 10% off all kitchen electrics. Save on Red Dot clearance. Shop Belk's biggest one-day sale Saturday, preview day Friday. So many deals, so little time.
Need a reason to drive a Ford with EcoBoost technology? I got 10.
I feel like I'm driving a race car.
More horsepower and more gas mileage. It's just a great combination.
Another great thing? Ford mileage beats Toyota in every segment we compete. Moving on.
Handling. Sleek and cool.
Technology.
Assisted parking. Feels safe.
And finally, drum roll please.
Getting that kind of gas mileage is awesome.
Bingo.
Now drive a 2013 Focus with 0 for 60 or get up to $3,500 cash back. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Injured in a car accident? I'm Shelly Leak. Slow pay, no pay insurance companies know me well because I get my clients big settlements fast.
I called Shelly Leak. Then I had an attorney, and the insurance company had a problem.
More benefits, higher cash rewards. I beat insurance companies almost every day. Injured? Just call me. 225-5000 or go to callshellynow.com.
I went to a department store and made an 8-year mistake.
I went to a furniture store and made an 8-year mistake.
Don't make an 8-year mistake. Come to Mattress Firm, America's #1 mattress retailer, where we guarantee you'll be happy or your money back. Mattress Firm.
Fingerprint readers, facial recognition, technology's getting personal to guard your identity.
Clearly, the future is now, and it is coming to life.
But is it really secure?
2 questions you need to ask to protect your data.
Today on Live 5 News at 4.
In big stories this afternoon, early this afternoon, the United States Senate expected to reject a House bill that funds the government but also cuts the money to pay for the president's new health care law, which many of you call Obamacare. But before the test vote, a small group of Senate Republicans made a final stand. Tara Mergeter has the latest from Capitol Hill.
I'm a little bit tired.
Texas Senator Ted Cruz spoke all night and into the morning.
We're losing America. We're losing the wonderful free enterprise system.
Cruz had help from some of his conservative colleagues, all fighting an uphill battle to derail the president's health care law.
This is a disaster all the way around.
At one point, Cruz read bedtime stories for his young daughters watching at home.
I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them. Sam, I am.
Lawmakers are trying to find common ground on a temporary spending bill that will keep the government fully open until after the October 1st start of the budget year. But the process became complicated when the House attached an amendment that cuts money for the Affordable Care Act. The legislation has already been passed, signed into law, and survived a challenge in the U.S. Supreme Court. President Obama said in states like New York, the health care overhaul would save consumers thousands.
It turns out that their rates are up to 50% lower than what was available previously if you just went on the open market and you tried to get health insurance.
A new government report shows Americans will pay an average of $328 a month for a mid-tier insurance plan when health exchanges open next week for enrollment. Tara Mergener for CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Many lawmakers are concerned about the political and the economic repercussions of allowing the government to shut down. Now, let's take you outside on this Wednesday afternoon. A little bit cloudy out there. There have been some showers here and there throughout the low country. No problems to report here on the Arthur Ravenel. Traffic moving well in both directions. What about that rain? Let's go back to Brad in the Storm Center. Brad, how's it look?
Just a few light showers at the moment, Bill. Again, that rain chance will go up later on tonight, so we'll take a look at Future Tracker and plan out the rest of the work week. And, of course, take a look at the final weekend of September. It's all when we come back.
The Honda Civic just got better. The 2013 Civic now has more standard features like Bluetooth, USB, Pandora, SMS texting, and it's smart with 39 mpg or better.
Civic is the first car in its class to earn the Top Safety Pick Plus award, and you can drive a new Civic LX for as low as $159 a month. You gotta get a Honda Civic.
It's the best Civic yet. Why settle for less?
Get to your Honda dealer of the Carolinas today.
I'm always on the lookout for a good deal. Like this, and this, and this, and these, and this. So when I found out about America's Best, I got really excited. You can get 2 pairs of glasses for $69.95 with a free eye exam. Designer frames and low prices? Now that's a good deal.
Call 1-800-2PAIR or visit americasbest.com to schedule an appointment today.
Planning another Clean Out the Gutters weekend? Protect yourself and your home with Leaf Guard. Don't trust add-on cover devices, screens, or hoods that are nailed to your roof. Choose Leaf Guard, the one and only one-piece seamless clog-free gutter system that will never clog, guaranteed.
Leaf Guard protects the fascia and the perimeter of the house much better than any other gutter because you never have to worry about them clogging so they don't overflow. I tell my customers there's only one gutter that I recommend, and that's Leaf Guard.
A lot of folks want to try out for the Rick Hendrick Dodge team.
Because we do it better.
But it's not easy. Wind sprints, two-a-days, weightlifting, even in the off-season.
There is no off-season. Come on, man.
Rick Hendrick Dodge Chrysler Jeep on Savannah Highway. We do it better.
Live Super Doppler Max, sponsored by First Choice by Select Health of South Carolina. Now, your forecast from the Low Country's most experienced weather team.
12:17 here on your Wednesday afternoon, and you are looking live down there at Bohicket Creek from our Red's Ice House camera, and you can see the marina right there. Nice and quiet, a little breezy at times, but one thing you notice, no sun, and it's going to be that way for much of our afternoon. I think we've seen all the sun earlier, and that's it. We're going to stay with cloud cover, and also a few light showers can't be ruled out. Here's live Super Doppler Max. Got one batch of showers offshore, but still a few light showers just working their way up Highway 17 right here in Charleston County. Other than that, it's not raining all that much elsewhere around the low country, but we are keeping an eye on a few more showers back towards the upstate of South Carolina into Georgia. So really it's 2 areas of rain. One right there off the coast of Georgia. That one should stay offshore. It's going to probably move parallel to our coast, but stay far enough offshore where we don't see much in the way of rain. This one's going to stay off towards the north and west until later on this afternoon and tonight. You can see more showers beginning to fill in, and this little trough is going to be headed in our direction, and that's why we think our rain chances are going to be going up as we go on through the overnight and into our early part of Thursday. Live into downtown Charleston from the Round Holiday Inn. It's cloudy. It's mild, 75, but a little bit below normal for this time of the year. We have an east wind at 9, but again, feeling pretty good out there. You don't need a jacket and probably still get away with some shorts. 75 in Somerville, 76 Manning, 74 Kingstree. This is our temperature tracker. We'll put this into motion and notice We're going to struggle to get to 80 today. So with that lack of sunshine, temperatures only topping out in the upper 70s. By the time you head home, maybe a few areas up around Manning, getting up to about 80 degrees. We'll be right around 77 in Somerville, 78 in Charleston for the drive home, 76 back towards Walterboro. Overnight, a couple of showers start to work in, and our temperatures staying in the mid to upper 60s. And then by the time you head out the door on Thursday, more of the same, low to mid 60s. It's going to be cloudy and probably still some showers around. In fact, let me show you a future tracker, and we'll talk about that rain chance. Here it is, 5 p.m. Most of the rain offshore, but there could be a few spotty showers here around the metro. Not going to the dry forecast, but still most of us should be okay. There'll be just enough rain probably out there to wet the roadways. And then as we go on into our Wednesday evening and overnight time frame, here comes our next batch of showers. They will pass on by through the wee hours of our Thursday. And here it is tomorrow morning, still some leftover showers around, so maybe a wet drive in to work and school. And then check this out, by this time tomorrow, we start to clear things out, a little more in the way of sunshine, and then look at this. All the way into Friday, we fast forwarded all the way into Friday, nothing going on, no clouds, no rain. And that means high pressure is building in, and the result of that is going to be a fantastic weekend. So here's our rain chances again. Tonight and the early part of Thursday, we clear out in the afternoon. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, final weekend of September, going to be just phenomenal. Highs in the low 80s, overnight lows in the 60s, low humidity. Great looking Friday night lights forecast on the way. All right, stay with us. Live 5 News at noon continues after this.
I tried everything to get a fair settlement.
She called me after the car wreck, and we got her $75,000. I'm attorney Bill Green. When it comes to getting you the most money for your injury, get the green. We're on top of it.
Just when the competition thinks we're ready to rest, we're just getting started. The grand reopening of Payless car sales. Now on the Auto Mile. High quality pre-owned vehicles starting under $1,000. Payments as low as $99 a month. If you've got a job and a pulse, the Credit Doctor can get you a ride. Guaranteed. Certified inspected vehicles, 1.9% financing, and will pay off your trade no matter how much you owe. The grand reopening. Payless car sales. 8701 Rivers Avenue, North Charleston.
Get this to Miss Martinez right away.
Yes, sir.
Right away. We got another one.
Closed captioning of Live 5 News, sponsored by Hoover the Mover.
Affordable Dentures now offers denture implants that allow dentures to feel more like your natural teeth. Your denture snaps in securely and stays in place, giving you confidence to eat foods you haven't eaten in years. And the best news? They're half the price of most other implant providers. Call 1-800-DENTURE or visit affordabledentures.com for more information. You deserve a healthy, beautiful, and confident smile.
Tired of calls, levies, and liens from the IRS or hiring others who don't get the job done? Call Wall & Associates and you'll never talk to the IRS again. We have the professionals who know how to solve tax problems. If you owe money to the IRS, your tax problems are not going away by themselves. Call Wall & Associates right now to speak with a professional tax relief agent.
Call Wall & Associates now at 843-647-6963.
Hey kids, how'd you like to try my job for a day? I'm morning meteorologist Justin Locke with your chance to be a Live 5 Kidcaster and do the forecast just like me.
No showers, it's gonna be a great day.
Just have your parents pick up an entry form at your local Honda dealer or online at live5news.com.
How wonderful was he, everybody?
Get signed up today and you could be a part of our team as our next Kidcaster.
Wednesdays on Live 5 News This Morning, sponsored by your Honda dealers of the Carolinas.
You can feel the change of the weather, folks, and cooler weather. You know what that means? The Coastal Carolina Fair just around the corner. El Rawton is here with us. He's the president of the Exchange Club of Charleston this year that puts on the fair. El, good to have you with us. You know, the profits from the fair really go to help out the low country community, don't they?
Yes, sir.
What kinds of things do you do?
Well, we give to 77 agencies this past year.
77 different agencies?
$803,000.
Oh my!
And we give to just about every nonprofit agency in the area, and Meals on Wheels, the Girl Scouts, the Boy Scouts, we give scholarships to all the colleges. We're even picking up a new college this year that we haven't been doing in the past.
What's that, Al?
It's the Building Trades.
Oh, that's wonderful. School of the Building Arts. That is a wonderful school. So, folks, when you go, as my family does every year, and enjoy the Coastal Carolina Fair, and I hope you do, by the way, this year, understand that money you pay to get in goes to some terrific causes. You know, this is the most family-friendly event I know of, especially in the fall in the Lowcountry, Al. We take the kids. They love the rides. I eat too much of that fair food each year, but I just love it. But it's great for the whole family.
Right. We'll have 200. We got 200, almost 290 members, and we will have probably 250 of those will work at the fair. 15,000 plus volunteer hours.
Wow. And you know, the rides too, folks, when we go out, the kids love to go on those crazy rides like that mega drop that they had last year or the year before. The rides are checked and double checked and checked again. The safest fair maybe in the country.
Yes, sir.
So it's a great place to go and take the family.
We go to great efforts to make sure of that.
Al Rawton, you tell my friends there at the Exchange Club I said hi. It's going to be a great year for the Coastal Carolina Fair. Will I see you out there?
Yes, sir.
Good.
I'll be there. I'll be looking for everybody.
Well, we're going to be out there. All of Live 5 will be there. Al, good to talk to you.
Thank you.
Folks, here's the information. Don't miss it. The Coastal Carolina Fair, what you pay for admission goes to great causes. Stay with us.
Breaking news right now, just coming into our newsroom.
New information about a fire involving several businesses along the waterfront in Georgetown.
Mondays are all-you-can-eat crab legs at Red's Ice House, Shem Creek, and Bohicket Marina.
I called Shelly Leak. Then I had an attorney, and the insurance company had a problem.
Injured? Just call me. 225-5000 or go to callshellynow.com.
What's the best way to beat breast cancer? Catch it early. Go to live5news.com and sign up for Friends for Life Alert. We'll remind you to do a self-exam on the 5th of the month and remind a friend too.
Live 5 Friends for Life, sponsored by Trident Health.
Need a reason to drive a Ford with EcoBoost technology? I got 10.
I feel like I'm driving a race car. More horsepower and more gas mileage. It's just a great combination.
Another great thing? Ford mileage beats Toyota in every segment we compete. Moving on.
Handling.
Sleek and cool.
Technology.
Assisted parking. Feels safe.
And finally, drum roll please.
Getting that kind of gas mileage is awesome.
Bingo.
Now get your choice of Fusion or Escape for just $199 a month. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
If you have moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis like me, and you're talking to your rheumatologist about trying or adding a biologic, this is Humira adalimumab. This is Humira working to help relieve my pain. This is Humira helping me through the twists and turns. This is Humira helping to protect my joints from further damage. Doctors have been prescribing Humira for over 10 years. Humira works by targeting and helping to block a specific source of inflammation that contributes to RA symptoms. For many adults, Humira is proven to help relieve pain and stop further joint damage.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal events such as infections, lymphoma, or other types of cancer have happened. Blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure have occurred. Before starting Humira, your doctor should test you for TB. Ask your doctor if you live in or have been to a region where certain fungal infections are common. Tell your doctor if you have had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have symptoms such as fever, fatigue, cough, or sores. You should not start Humira if you have any kind of infection.
Ask your doctor if Humira can work for you. This is Humira at work.
Car accident? The best time to call a lawyer is right now. If you've been injured, just call Joy, 554-3100.
Shop the model year-end clearance event at Camping World of Charleston.
It's that time of year to save thousands off the MSRP on any new RV in stock.
New towables as low as $139 a month. New motorhomes for only $459 a month.
3.99% APR financing available. And we'll take almost anything on trade.
It's the season to save at the model year-end clearance event. Only at Camping World of Charleston. Now through September 30th.
We have everything you'll ever need at camping.
Check out the Reds Ice House cams. Always online at live5news.com.
Coming up first at 4, look at this. We'll have the latest information on that horrible fire which destroyed 8 businesses in the historic district of Georgetown. It was just a terrible fire this morning. And the latest on baby Veronica. Well, she's not a baby anymore, as we're waiting at their home on James Island for her to come back with her adoptive parents.
2 big stories.
2 big stories. What about the rain? More rain on the way a little bit?
Just a couple of showers on and off today. Best chance of rain will be tonight into early Thursday. And then we should clear out tomorrow afternoon. And then behind that area of low pressure, look at that. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Ooh, look at those temps, man.
Fantastic.
And it's almost fair weather. You know
Another month.
That's right. For Brad Miller, I'm Bill Sharp. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. See you back here at 4.